You know what? I keep wanting to say you are the next contestant on The Price is Right for some odd reason. I don't know
What?
why, but I keep wanting to say that, and it's really bothering me. But y'all know what time it is. Welcome back to another dope ass episode of Late Night with Nate and Adrian. I'm your boy Nate Galloway,
I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
and the host. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. No Sleep Crew, appreciate y'all for checking in again. Boogie, I don't know why, but I just want to be like, you are
What's
the next
I was gonna say,
contestant.
what's that feeling? Why is that? Where's
I
that
don't
coming
know.
from?
I have no idea. It's like one of those, like when you fall asleep and you hear like one of those weird infomercials and it's stuck in your mind.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what it is. Like I fell asleep on The Price is Right or something, but I just am like, yeah, come on down.
You know what's been in my head? What's been in my head, and I just need it to burn and go away is that candy
Oh,
legs and hips and body.
buddy, buddy.
why why are we like this? Why are we like this? I'm on TikTok and I'm on Instagram. I
That's what
see
it is.
people just posting and reposting that song. I saw a girl in the bed. She roll over like she's sleeping and she's just like just randomly legs and hips. Like that's what's in her head. Like
Not
just
gonna lie,
random.
that was stuck in my head for most of last week.
Oh
I was just like, come on, like, hey, she's running with it though. She's got to
God.
run with it.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do, Candy. I see you. Make that money.
They're gonna play that song. That is gonna be the what is it? The like the City Girl anthem. I feel like
Oh
that's
yeah.
gonna be the anthem for summer 22. That and that what is it? That FNF song, like those songs. I'm like, yeah, y'all getting it. Y'all getting this money.
There's too many acronyms going on right now.
It's a
I'm
lot.
just lost. I'm lost. FNN, FNF, and
Yeah.
YSL and
Yep.
POV.
YBN.
I don't know. YBN.
Like,
I don't know what's going on. Like, who said that this is what we're doing now?
I be googling. I be like, what does this mean? Because
And
I don't
then
want to be out here
I
saying
was
some
gonna
shit.
say, you be googling it, right? And then the search be like, what does, and it don't tell you, right?
You're like,
It's
oh.
like, oh, so other people done look for it as well.
It'd be like,
Okay.
oh, this is a very popular search. It's just like, oh, okay. I remember the first time I was like, whenever nigga was like, yeah, I'm YBN this, and I was like, what the fuck does YBN and all this? And I was like, oh,
Young and what does that mean?
young boss nigga, and I was like, you know what?
Oh,
I was like, I kind of like that. I kind of like young boss nigga Marcus. They put the initial at the end of it, YBNJ, young boss
not
nigga Jacob.
not bad. Real quick and easy. Okay,
I was like, you know what? You guys got something here.
okay,
We need to
that's
come up with
not
some
bad.
acronyms for our show. We got to figure out some acronyms. We're gonna
Yeah,
work on something.
yeah. I just don't want to overcomplicate things even more.
Yeah,
So
they're the ones off top of my head are already sucking. So it's just like I don't think we're ever gonna come up with anything. But why
I'm
not
okay with
try?
that. But
I am
I'm quite
too.
alright. I'm quite
We'll
alright.
just put a long weekend in the books, man. How was your Memorial Day weekend?
Huh, I see what you did there. Great
Yeah,
transition
I'm
into
trying to segue. I'm trying to
my
work on it.
lovely story of I had an overall it was a beautiful Memorial Weekend, had an extended weekend.
Okay.
That Friday night, watching the playoffs, if you will. Miami, closed it up
Hmm.
and won, and we decided, hey, let's go watch a game 7 in Miami. So we flew to Miami
Oh,
and on Saturday, and watched the game 7. Never been a game 7 in my life. It was a hell of an
how was that?
experience. It was so crazy because I just wanted a good game. Let me just say,
Right.
I didn't have any skin in the game whatsoever. I could care less if the Heat won or if Boston won, but I kind of wanted Boston to win just because
Me too.
they have some. Well, they have some really young legs, young fighters, bulls that are just ready to
They
fight.
hungry. They
They
hungry.
hungry, scrappy. Tatum out there, Jalen Brown, they doing their damn thing. Pritchard, it's a number of people that literally all the players can play. They can rotate and play
Hmm.
each position or whatnot. So game 7 was crazy. Had a good time, did some beach action, whatever have you. Come We even stayed a few days later just because we already knew it was gonna be crazy.
Right.
People gonna fly out on Monday because of course that's
Yeah. Suckers.
yeah. I knew that, so I
Rookie
decided
travelers. No one ever. You don't ever fly out the
you
day of the
don't you
holiday.
don't do that. That's just something
It's a rookie move.
I always try and fly out or fly back, I should say, on a weekday. On a weekday where most of the people are either working or have left already. So I decided to leave on a Wednesday. We left on a Wednesday. Mind you, it was Wednesday, mm, late afternoon.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say our flight was supposed to leave at like 7. So a few things that I must mention. Florida in general is a rainy ass a rainy ass state. In Miami, nonetheless, it loves to rain just arbitrarily, sporadically here and there. But this particular day, it kept raining all damn day. So so we had an alert already saying, "Hey, there might be some delays. Just want to let you know." And this is I've never flown out of Delta. This is probably my second time ever flying out of Delta. We flew in through American, and we're coming back through Delta. So I'm just like, "Oh, okay. Thanks for the notification. I appreciate it." We get to and we left. We left our hotel and got to the airport like 5 hours early, just because we wanted to get there super early, and
Responsible travelers.
yeah, just want to do that. And we want to sit in the sky lounge, whatever have you, chill, whatever have you. And plus, we had to check out a hotel, and they're like, "Nigga, you can't stay here."
It don't matter where you go, but you
Yeah.
can't stay here.
So we get to the airport, and there was a very long line to check in our bags, and I was just like, "Huh, no worries, not really tripping on that." And then we were waiting in line, and then there's a disgruntled woman with her child, and she's just like, "I've been waiting here. To I've been waiting here to check in. My flight is at this time," and they had a whole
She's
little.
Caucasian.
No, she was a sister.
Ah,
She was
dang.
she was clearly traveling international because
Okay.
she had 1,000 bags. I was like, "Oh, but you moving? Wherever you going, you staying there for a good time." So that happened, and we were just like, "Whoo, okay, that sometimes it happens." She was just a nice little woman who had a high pitched voice, and I'm like, "You screaming? Are you screaming right now? Because your
That's
voice."
how I talk.
Right. That's just how you talk. But anyway, so that passes. So we get to our gate, and they're like, delayed. And we knew that 20 minutes. I
Right,
was
right.
like, okay, 20 minutes. Okay, cool. We go get some food. We get another delay. About an hour. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, 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 cool,
On
cool."
top of the 20 minutes, so it's an
On
hour and
top of the
20.
20 minutes. On
Okay.
top of the 20. And then we start seeing some cancellations. And but not ours.
Okay.
Not ours. We're flying in from JFK. Find out that LaGuardia flights have been canceled, and they're they're like, "LaGuardia people, please go to the JFK gate and see if they can accommodate you." Uh, and then we go to our gate, and
Mhm.
it's been pushed back to 9:45. 9:45,
Damn.
and we finally get in and sit down, and we're sitting on the tarmac for like.
Oh, so
mm,
you're on the plane.
Now we're on the plane, and now
Oh.
now we're sitting on the tarmac for about 30 45 minutes, and a gentleman, it starts to get warm in there. Flight attendants start to pass out water here and there, and snacks here and there, and then this gentleman in front of me, uh, mind you, we're flying back to JFK, so it's a lot of New Yorkers, if you will.
Oh yeah.
There, a lot of New Yorkers, lot of New Yorkers, a lot of New Yorkers. This gentleman in front of me, uh, approaches. Well, I guess the flight attendant approaches us, and the gentleman in front of me goes, "What the blood clot? We need to go."
Oh,
he's
he was full
clearly,
on Caribbean.
yeah, he was Caribbean. He was like, "Get me off this plane right now." Ross Clyde cursing people out, calling the flight attendant, "I don't give a fuck, bitch. Get me off the flight." Blah blah blah. And flight attendant's like, don't argue with him.
It's like, sir, you about to never get on another flight
He was,
again.
he was like, I ain't got money. I don't care. I can fly anywhere. I got
You can take a
money. I don't
bus
care.
everywhere, nigga.
I was like, oh God. All right, we're doing this now. And then the flight attendant gets on the intercom and was like, "Well, we were gonna take off, but now we have to go back
Due to this
to
blood clot gentleman here.
excuse this gentleman off the plane." And then they're like, "We have to deplane. We all have to deplane." And then we get back to the gate, and the gate door opens, and the people come in, and they're like, the gentleman is like, can I leave now? And they're like, yep. And we're all, yay, oh yay, yay. And then come to find out, the flight attendants, they're on the intercom. They're like, yeah, we're, by the way, just want to let you know, we've already exceeded our 11 hours of time, so we're gonna make sure and ensure that you guys make it to JFK. You know, if you notice outside, there aren't a lot of planes out here that are flying off, but we're gonna make sure that you guys, like, it was just a litany, like a comedy of errors. And
Sounds
like,
like it.
yeah, we get to New York and we still have to wait like 30 minutes
I just
before
got
we
so many
get to a gate.
questions. Like, my man that got off, what was your plan? Because you
To
still got to get to New York.
to me, I think he panicked. He was panicking. It was a lot of it was really warm in there, and not a lot of people love to fly, which is
Yeah.
fine. And when you're not when you're not really happy to fly, you get a little crazy, you get a little anxious, you start to get a little paranoid. Like, this ain't the flight for me. Like, what if
Got to
something
keep that air
happens?
going. That's
You
what
know what
it
I'm
was.
saying?
Like, y'all can't be sitting on the tarmac with no air.
Yeah,
Like, that's what it is.
it was a little crazy. And then we ended up, it when we landed, it was so funny. The flight attendant was like, "Welcome to New York City. The time of arrival is 4:03 a.m." Yeah, we got there. Like, okay, thanks for telling us. Like, I don't
So
care.
what should have been an hour and a half flight? You was in the airport and on the plane for like what, 6 hours?
Easily, man. And
God
it's
damn.
yeah, it's about a 2 hour-ish flight, but it was extended
That's a lot.
for a long time. Uh,
So
yeah.
here's the question. Did y'all get some vouchers? Cause if I'm having to wait that long, you guys to run me some money.
So so to come and find out, the next day we get an email from Delta with a $50 credit,
50?
a
Nah.
whole 50. That's why I was
Per
like,
person?
yeah, per person.
Nah. I
Yeah,
need 250.
we need a little bit more than that. I was like, first of all, I'm never flying Delta.
Customer service?
I'm never flying Delta. Like, I've never flown
That's
Delta.
shocking because Delta normally I've heard horrific stories on every other airline, but Delta is usually the one that's like, man, you don't have no problems outside of Delta being expensive. That's the only complaint I hear about Delta.
I'm a United American gal.
Yeah, mostly United. United or American. That's me. But dang.
Yeah,
So I
so that's
take it you won't be going to the airport anytime soon.
funny guy here. I am leaving in about 10 days. Leaving in 10
Well,
days.
hopefully wherever you're going, Adrian, San Diego, the next time you'll get
You
there
are
in a
hilarious.
timely manner.
No, I
That's all.
will. Please believe. Because I ain't flying Delta no more. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Yeah, that's a lot to deal with. I'll be like, look, man, I need vouchers, and I need my next flight's gonna be free on top of the vouchers. Like,
Oh,
you've inconvenienced me way too much.
for
That's
sure.
just nah, can't do it. Can
But how was your Memorial weekend?
long. One Memorial Day weekend is one of those weekends where I never really know what day of the week it is because normally you're like,
A
we
lot
leave it
going
on
on.
Thursday,
Yeah.
or you just so time doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I had a wedding to attend.
Hmm.
My nephew got married, so congrats, Mario and
Nice.
Bree. My only
Congrats.
complaint,
Oh, here we go.
my only gripe about Memorial Day and people having events is I just wish they wouldn't. I wish they
Yeah.
wouldn't have big ass
During.
events
Yeah.
on like popular holiday weekends. Like that's a whole extra day of traveling. Like we could have been on the beach or something. I feel like if you're gonna have like moments where you need a whole bunch of family around, do it on like Halloween.
Yeah.
Holidays that no one gives a fuck about. We
Yeah.
getting married around Halloween. Okay, cool. Getting married around Thanksgiving. I understand that because the whole family be around. But Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend, those should be off limits weddings. That should just be like, you know what? Not gonna do this. Not gonna do this.
Yeah. That I. I'm not really big on that. Like,
I'm not a
let
fan.
the people. Yeah. Let the people take a rest.
Yeah. Plus, you know how most people are. It's like, yeah, it's my anniversary. You want to do something? It's like, nigga, no. I
Yeah.
gave up my holiday to see you get married. I'm not giving
Agreed.
up every holiday thereon after to celebrate your anniversary. Like, no, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. That's a
So
little
I
crazy.
just wish people would think about that before they actually invite people to shit over those big holidays. But because it was such a long weekend, I don't really know what day it was. I found myself watching some movies that I wouldn't normally watch. I watched Top Gun. I was like, I had to do it
The new
since
one.
no, I watched the first one, the original
Oh,
one.
okay.
Because I was like, I do want to go see the new one because it's like, 97% by the crowd and by the Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm like, this might actually be good. But I was like, I can't go see Top Gun Maverick without seeing the first Top Gun. And I gotta say, Boogie, I actually enjoyed it. It came out in 1986. It gave me all of the cheesy
Yeah.
80s feel good moments. And you're like, this is definitely an 80s movie,
Yeah.
but it was good. I actually see what all the fuss was. I was like, what is all the fuss about with Top Gun? So let me watch this movie that came out in 1986. And I was like, it was actually really good. Because I thought it was like, I'm like, ain't no black people in Top Gun. And there was a couple brothers in there. I was like, yes, we got some brothers.
There was. Yeah.
Yeah. So now in the new one, everybody's talking about how good the new one is. So I was like, you know what? I think I might go see the new one. So No Sleep Crew, you need a good movie to watch. You can't find something, put on Top Gun. It's on Prime. No commercials.
I might take you up on that and watch it too, because I do remember
Yeah.
watching Top Gun and really enjoying it from what I can remember. So just yeah, taking the time to really relive that time, that moment. I could do that. I could
Soundtrack
see
was
myself.
good too. Not gonna
Oh, okay.
lie. That soundtrack that I live to
Yeah.
the danger
Danger Zone.
zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every nigga knows that song. You might not have ever listened to
Hell
a rocker,
yeah.
but you know that one.
Hell
You know
yeah.
that one. And that what was that? Take my breath
Yep.
away. I was like, y'all, the game commercial. I was like, that's what we doing here. but
So true.
but it was good. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna hate on because some movies from the 80s are horrible, but
Very
this one
true.
actually, I was like, okay, cool. Val Kilmer, Iceman, all these people. I
Yep.
was like, yeah, I like this,
Okay.
so
All right.
and I would actually watch it again because ain't a lot of movies that I would watch twice, and this is one where I was like, you know what, Top Gun gets some play. It can get some run, in the household over here. So
All
definitely
right.
check that out.
I think I might have to.
You got to check it out. But Boogie, it's time for tip in the hat.
I'm
Let's
tipping my hat.
get to it. Who you tipping your hat for?
I'm gonna tip my hat to the lovely, grownish, and what is it, blackish star Yara
Yeah.
Shahidi. She has graduated from Harvard.
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 That's how you got to say it.
Yeah, Harvard. I honestly forgot that she was still in school because I thought I saw because I follow her and I saw like a hashtag gap year that she took a gap
Yeah.
year. I'm like, you took a gap year and still graduated on time? My guy,
Right.
what?
From Harvard at that.
Yeah, she's obviously taking extra courses, extra credit courses for sure, like on a semester. Or did they do trimester? I don't know. Harvard is
Yeah,
too much for me. Okay,
yeah,
congratulations to you, Yara, and your smart ass. Continue to shine.
man. So she is going over her scripts for the show. She's doing other commercials,
Like
and she's doing classwork.
and
Like,
and still flourishing. Like
right?
who and where it like I'm amazed at
Not
how
me.
people can do so many
Yeah,
things at once. Like I'm, I have a lot of hats, but I've also have said like I'm not the best multitasker and I'm okay with
yeah.
just keeping one task at a time, doing one task at a time, you know?
Literally, that
Yeah,
is if multitasking was a person, it is her. And that's just dope though, because it's
agreed.
Harvard.
Yeah,
Graduating in general is dope, but it's Harvard.
yeah. Not
Harvard.
Harvard, Harvard.
Harvard. And
Harvard.
every time I graduate, or every time you see me, I'm where she goes, Harvard.
Harvard.
Blackish, yes, that's cool. Grownish, that's cool. But I went to Harvard.
Harvard.
I
Yeah.
would lead with that. Not forget all the other stuff. Yeah, I
Yeah.
want an Emmy. Harvard. You see this? I'm walking. I'm walking around with my shingle. Here's the paperwork. Harvard.
Right.
Are you on the list? Harvard. This gets me in everywhere. Okay. What school did you go to? Not Harvard. But
Not Harvard, man.
you wasn't on the lawn. I was there. The
Oh
crimson and the
God.
cream.
You are
Like that would be me. I would rub it in. You got to. I mean, when you accomplish such big things like that, you got to stun on people. So
but you have to. You have to really like bask in the fact of how hard, first of all, how difficult it is for
yeah,
her to get in. And she got in on her own merit.
yes.
Just want to put that out there real quick. By herself. No help needed.
Mommy and Daddy didn't have to make a phone call.
No food, no money. No, I'm just saying.
We in
But
there.
it's good. Tip my hat off to her for sure. Who do you have? Tipping of the
My tipping of the hat is going to none other than Darvin Ham, the Lakers' new head coach. This is dope for so many reasons because it's another black man who has been elevated to the head coaching ranks, a deserving brother at that. Check the man's resume. But I got to tip my hat to Darvin. This is sentimental because he is from my hometown of Saginaw, Michigan.
what?
And yeah, it's dope because we've seen him as a player, Saginaw High School. His mother used to be the mayor of Saginaw, which was dope. So shout out to her and seeing him. He left Saginaw. If you know about Saginaw, not a lot of people go on to do great things. So it's always good to see people who are flourishing. But to see his rise though is so dope, man. He was out there at Texas Tech. Then he became a player. He's a player in the NBA. He won a championship with the Pistons in 2004. Then as a player, then he won a championship as a coach with Milwaukee last year. So that's dope. You got a ring as a player and a coach. And now you are the head coach of the Lakers, man. So dope. Shout out to that brother. And the players seem to all like him. The tweets that came out from LeBron and other players, they were just as geeked for him. And anyone that you talk to about Darvin, they always are talking about how deserving he is and everything and how he is going to be a great fit. So I think that's just dope. They got to work on that roster. The Lakers got to work on that roster, but I think he's a good coach, a good fit for them. So shout out to that brother.
Hell yeah. Shout out to him for sure.
I hope they win though. I hope they win. Because brothers don't get a fair shake. I just hope they win. But again, kudos.
I hope. How about this? I hope they allow him to like really get a chance,
5
a fair
years.
chance. Yeah, like that's not a hard ask.
They got to give him at least 5.
Yeah, that's not a hard ask.
5. And what was it? Who was on the team when LeBron? Was it Vogel when they won that championship, that bubble championship, or whatever?
Yeah, it was. It was Frank Vogel.
Yeah, so you just gotta go in and just understand. Yes, I'm the coach, but LeBron, just let LeBron do what he got to do. Let LeBron just be like, do what you do, bruh, and we handle the rest. That's what you gotta do. Follow LeBron's lead, and you're gonna win. That's all you gotta do.
I mean, it's not hard.
That's all you gotta do.
Just
Whatever. Oh, here's my tip for Dartman. Whatever Frank Vogel did, do the opposite of that outside of that
ooh,
first
okay,
year,
okay, okay. I see what you
because
did
they
there.
could not stand Frank, and for obvious reasons, they was tanking. So it's just like do the opposite of what he was doing,
Hmm.
and you'll be good. But we gotta add, and after that, we'll be right
Mhm.
back. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I gotta tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So, fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com. BLAK watches.com. And make sure you use that promo code late night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast. All right. All right. For those you can or cannot use in this corner, we've
Oh
got
God.
Monique,
Oh
and in
God.
the other corner, we've got DL Hugley.
And
Let's
everybody else.
go. Right, man. This was one of those. I saw Monique was trending, and I didn't know what she was trending for, and my first thought was like, "Damn, something must have happened."
Yeah.
And sure enough, some shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they were on the same show was over the weekend in
Mm-hmm.
Detroit. Both were set to be the headliners, and I guess there were some issues. Um, Apparently, let Monique tell it. DL said he wasn't going on unless he could be the headliner. So she went out and, in true Monique fashion, went ham. Did you see the video?
I saw the first 10 seconds and I was just like,
Ooh.
I can't even. My ears are burning right now.
It is so many layers to it too. Like it is deep. At first, it was one of those things where I didn't really know what was going on. Still don't,
Yeah.
because we've only heard the one side where she was like DL was flipping out. We've never really heard him say
Oh, he came out.
if. Also, he actually came
He
out and said
came
he
out on
was.
his show. He came out on his show and he had a really lengthy explanation of what happened,
Oh,
as
what was
well as
his?
he
Fill me
posted
in.
the contracts as well. You
I did see
know,
the contracts. I did see
I
those.
think ultimately what's happening here is two very notable comedians who have names and clearly have egos on both ends, by
Yeah,
the way, on both ends, by the way, and felt the need that they were good enough to respond, and their people on whoever sides will believe them regardless. And yeah, listening to DL, he sounded hurt, and also he
I
was
would
just
be after
like,
all that.
yeah,
Like,
he also said that was his mistake of saying yes to to a show with her,
mhm.
and he said, I don't blame you, I do not blame you, I blame myself. I just there's a lot going on here, but I feel like it should be not done in public like this.
I agree.
I understand the anger of why Monique feels so emphatic. Like
Yeah,
she's just so enraged after hearing XYZ, because to me it looks like she's just been holding in all this pent up emotion over the years of
Yeah.
generally speaking, a male dominated field always getting the short end of the stick. That's what I'm hearing. And now it's just I'm just attacking everybody.
So I agree with you to that point you were saying about getting the short end of the stick there. And when I mentioned earlier, I knew he responded. I just didn't know if he had cleared up, like, because remember she said he went on this rant backstage. How I want to know, was that really true? I want
So
to hear that
from yeah,
from him. Like, Dio, did you really go on this rant?
so from the clip that I saw, the clips, because it's about altogether about 15 minutes of him talking about it. And honestly, I probably listened to the last 5-ish minutes.
Okay.
He he broke everything down as far as the contracts, and as far as Monique uh, feeling the need to express and share like disparaging remarks about his dog, his wife,
You called him a bitch ass
his se-
nigga.
his his sexuality. Like he made it a point to comment on that, but there was nothing mentioned from what I heard, and please correct me if I'm wrong, of him mentioning whether or not he said XYZ, because that's
I mean,
initially what
going on.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Monique went off because she heard, excuse me,
Yeah.
he was talking bad about her husband, bad about her, and she
That's where
just
the
felt the
layers
need.
come in place.
Yeah, so it's a lot going on from what I'm
It's
gathering.
And again, I don't ever want to tell someone how they can or cannot feel,
Agreed.
because you and I both, this is the male dominated field, and we are both stand-up comedians.
Yes,
And we have both, I'm sure more so you have seen, to where ladies do get the short end of the stick a whole lot. So that's why
absolutely.
I'm not the one to just say she's not telling the truth here, because maybe he did have that rant. He's not saying he did or not. He's just saying check the contract. So we don't
Yeah,
know. It's just weird that that's the angle that she would take from it, because if my thing is this, if you got the short, or you feel like you get the short end of the stick, you got to handle that with the promoter. And
yeah,
I say that because it seems like both of y'all were given the same contract, where it's like his says I'm the headliner, yours says you're the headliner. So both of
mm,
y'all were given the same thing. Like, it's kind of like one of those bait and switch things. Like, I
yeah,
need two strong people to be on this show, so I gotta give y'all both the same thing. And then when y'all get here, y'all figure it out.
yeah,
It's weird because he posted flyers and it said DL Hugley and friends or whatever. I don't remember seeing her name on there. He
mm,
even posted like the lineup, and the lineup showed, the order. So I was like, okay, you know how it is when we get to the clubs or
yeah,
whatever. There's the lineup. Now, when the lineups are there, you have the option of, so I don't want to go number one.
mm-hmm,
People can switch with you if they decide they want to. They don't have
mm-hmm,
to, but they
mm-hmm,
do. So it just seems like, especially it was like 3 shows.
yeah,
So me and we're both headliners. We are both headliners. They both have earned that right. I'm like, okay, I headline the first show, you headline the second show. Third show, we flip a coin. We can figure this out and we co-headline this fucking shit. I don't think it had to get to that point. Also, if I'm gonna be that irritated with you, I'm just gonna talk to you backstage. I'm not going to waste
yeah,
half of my, because they both have 45 minutes. Y'all both got the same amount of time.
yeah,
I'm not about, and y'all both are still getting paid regardless. To me, I'm not gonna argue over who's going first or last. I'm not gonna argue over that. Somebody's got to go last.
yeah.
Somebody's got to go before the other person. Like,
Yeah, yeah. It's it's just it's a lot of videos, it's a lot of clips, it's a lot
it's a
of
lot.
people going back and forth, and I ain't got time for all that. Uh, you know,
I don't,
Steve
but I do.
Harvey. Oh yeah, I don't, but I do, and I don't want to. How about that? Steve Harvey clearly was called in,
Oh yeah,
um,
his response was
and he
funny.
responded as well. I
I ain't the one you got a problem
He
with.
said, "I'm not your problem."
I mean, two things can be true here, and I'm
Yeah.
not. That's why I'm not trying to necessarily go in on Monique like that. But two things can be true.
Oh
If
yeah.
you felt that you were slighted like that, again, that's a private conversation that we could have. I'm not gonna air out this time on stage. And also, I get that a lot of it because I've seen the videos, and she said there was some issues on the radio program. They were talking about his husband or her husband, excuse me. And she
Yeah.
also said for years he had been talking about her. So this was like this was like what you said
Oh,
earlier.
this is
If
this
this
is this
was
is not just one isolated incident
it was
that
piling up.
she felt like this is where I'm about to go off. So she did a verbal Will Smith
Yeah.
um to to
It
DL.
was
And
calculated. It was
oh
like, you
yeah.
know what? We both gonna be on the same show. Now I'm gonna air them out.
Yeah.
I personally, this is not one of those things I would have done. I'm like, nah, we can handle this backstage because y'all are both rich. Y'all are both in Hollywood. You can see this person at any given moment. I don't have to do it right here.
Mm,
The people in Detroit, you paid however much money you paid to come out and hear jokes. I didn't pay to hear you talk about your contract.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I just didn't do that.
Yeah. DL mentions like the pre-show, post-show,
Hmm.
even he hasn't spoken to Monique. Like if there was an issue, the conversation needed to be had between us and the
Should have been.
promoter. And I agree, but who are we to respectability politics goes out the door when you feel like you're being disrespected, and she felt like she was being disrespected. Again, probably not my choice of
Yeah.
how I would have reacted and done things, but she felt the need to speak out of it.
Yeah.
She's first of all, she's good regardless. Like
Yeah.
she's fine. She'll be fine after this too, because it's clear people are still booking her to do shows despite how she handles
Yeah.
things, which is fine. I know I saw a number of comics side with her and
Yeah, it's
also
quite a few.
and side with DL as far as like you know keep it, not, thinking that this situation is just unnecessary. So
I
I
agree.
I don't know either way. Again, it's just not my way of what I would have done. That's all.
It I agree with you. I wouldn't have done it that way either. It's one of those things that's upsetting. It's a lot. You're hitting dirty. Like
Yeah,
you didn't
yeah,
have to bring the dog into it. You didn't have to bring
agreed.
his wife into it. Even the situation with his daughter and what she went through.
Hmm.
You're opening up more. You're opening up cans of worms that were probably closed. People may have closed chapters in their lives when they were traumatized. Now you're opening it
Hmm.
back up for the
Hmm.
sake of making your point. And it's I feel like and she very well could have been we don't know, she very well could have been done wrong. We don't know what the contracts were,
Yeah,
but you completely nullified your point of being like I was done wrong
by
by the
doing
dirty shit that you're doing,
yeah
bringing his daughter in there. Like that completely cancels that out.
it. Yeah, it just does to me. None of this makes sense if you're trying to prove a point. Like focus on the
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 task
topic
at
at
hand.
hand. Like
Right.
it's as simple as that. It's simple, elementary. But again, who am I? When somebody is heated, they just go off,
Yeah,
however they want
emotionally.
to go off.
Do you think the black ball is being shined up for Monique? Do you think it's like, yeah, we got this black ball ready for you, here you go?
Duh. But I also feel like a person like 50 Cent, if you heard, he said he's gonna bring uh,
Yeah, it's gonna
Monique
be
back.
enough.
50 Cent was the same way. Let's not act like 50 wasn't out here calling out, and he was still kind of doing it now with the stars.
Yeah.
He's been calling out people left and right, thinking that he's not gonna get any business, but he's been silently making his millions by doing his own damn thing, even though he does what he does. Like he's been calling out people
But
in general.
see, we knew that about 50 though. 50 built his career off being a bully.
But can we
Monique
stop? Can we
was,
stop with that? We know this about Monique. If Monique got a problem, or we gonna know about it. Like, how long are we gonna
and
keep
that's
acting
the
like we
thing.
haven't
We
done that?
don't need to know about all these problems.
Agreed.
And that's the thing. And or I feel like there's certain ways that you can handle these problems. And I get the whole thing about what she was saying, like, Steve Harvey, this is the money game. And she's like, it's the integrity. I feel her on stand on your principles, and move with integrity. I feel her on that 100%.
Yeah.
You can't be taking some of these deals. I wholeheartedly get that. But at the same time, part of you being a strong person who is of integrity, you can't be talking about people's families. Like, you can't be moving like that. I feel like that's not showing any type of maturity at all.
Yeah.
You one moment you were like, hey, my sweet babies, and the next minute you call him a bitch ass nigga on stage. Just like, I get it.
Hey, my sweet babies, bitch ass nigga, let me tell you all about.
And I'm not saying you're entitled to you being upset. I wholeheartedly get that. It's just like the way you handled it
things.
makes everybody think what they were saying was true about you.
Yeah.
Because there's more people on the list that are like, oh, Netflix, Steve Harvey, Oprah, blah, blah, blah. Now me, DL Hughes. It's more people who have been done wrong by you than they can say you have done good things for them.
Agreed.
And not saying she hasn't done, because she's put people on to help people.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that perception that you were just a troublemaker. Which is terrible. To be branded as a Black woman in this industry, because you know how hard it is, especially in comedy. You of all people know how difficult it is for you to get that stage time. Once you are branded as someone people don't want to work with,
it's nearly impossible.
Like,
that's it. It's nearly
hard for you to get back in there.
Nearly impossible.
And she deserves it. And this is not one of those. I don't want people to think I'm jumping on Team DL or trying to bash Mo. I generally want Monique to win. I think most people generally want her to win because she is talented. Go back and watch the Parkers or whatever. It's very funny episodes there. Her stand-up, she's got accolades.
Yeah, I used to watch all that shit over and over again. Yeah, it has longevity. It has longevity. We just want better. Yeah, we do. We want peace and jokes.
You know what I want? Yeah, jokes. Give us jokes, Bo.
Peace and jokes, please.
I want peace and jokes. You know, if it's also like, if I'm the niggas that was in Detroit, I'd be like, what the fuck happened backstage? I would be like, she just came out on this rant, and then that sprint across the stage, I got so many questions. Like, she just took off. It was like, what is going on here? Like, can we get back to the jokes? Like, please, just give us.
Yeah, we just we don't want to see comedy legends argue.
Exactly.
So
I wholeheartedly agree.
Let's keep the peace, and I hope we find a resolution at some point.
Her and her daddy and DL.
Oh God,
can all sit down.
Please stop. Conversations. Please stop. Please stop. Please.
One more thing before we go. That nigga's name is Daryl Lynn Hugley. I did not know the DL was Daryl Lynn. I was just like, oh, that's cool. I don't want to.
He didn't want none of us to know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think he wanted any of us to know that either, because everybody was like, that nigga's name is Lynn, Daryl Lynn. Like, really? Like, Monique was like, that's twice she done said someone's government name, Daryl Lynn and Leonard. Leonard, she called him Leonard. So it's just like, Leonard. Don't play with Mo.
Oh God, please don't play with her. Please don't play with her.
My babies. I just, you know what? Before we move on, how many months do you give before the next thing that happens with Mo? Because it's the Biden police. So what do you think is good? And now it's DL. So what's next? What do you think? Who's next on Mo's list?
I don't know. I just hope it ain't us. How about that?
Yeah, that's true. I hope it ain't me. Hope it is not us at all. Let's get to the ad and we'll be right back.
Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Vogue Styling. Let Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Going over to their IG, it's Rose Vogue Styling, at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy, everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code late night, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
All right. In lighter news, the BET Awards is coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Nominations have been announced, and there were some snubs. Most notable snub, Lil Nas X got 0 nominations. We'll just run through what he has been nominated for. He's got 5 Grammy noms, 6 iHeart noms, 6 MTV Music Video noms. He's won a lot of other awards this award season. So he took to Twitter to express himself. Thank you, BET Awards, an outstanding 0 nominations again. Black excellence. I try to be humble. I try to be humble so bad, but it's really F you. A lot of you niggas, he tweeted. A lot of people were also upset. He had some people that responded to his tweets. Another tweet he did put out, he said black artists should come. Hold on, let me go back. Let me see this here. Too many things I'm reading here. One thing he did tweet out, someone responded to the tweet. It says, "What have you put out?" And don't use that gay shit as an excuse. Don't nobody care no more. He responded, I don't know, maybe 3 of the biggest songs of last year and a critically acclaimed album. You know who did get nominated for a BET Award?
Who?
Jack Harlow.
Huh.
Jack Harlow got nominated for a BET Award. Lil Nas X didn't. I kind of feel him. I kind of understand where he is coming from. Whether you like him or not, he is putting out hits. I mean, that you can't deny that he's on the airwaves. And the song that actually made Jack Harlow poppin' is one of his biggest songs, Industry
I
Baby.
was just gonna say that.
So it does make you what is going on over there at BET? Outside of my only thing is BET ain't black no more. That's really what I chalk this up to.
I've known that for a while. That's why
Yeah.
I removed myself from watching anything on BET. Yes, there are quote unquote black shows on there, but not.
What? You don't watch Sisters?
I don't watch. I don't. Yeah, I don't watch none of that. Which, again, not knocking anybody who watch it, because
Right.
if I get an opportunity, I will be right there. Okay, but it's just not my cup of tea, and that's
No, I get you.
okay. I love the fact that we can have stuff. We have so many material content on TV that I can go, I'm gonna watch this black show instead, or I'm gonna watch
Yeah,
this
right.
show, But just to go along with Lil Nas X, put some respect on this man's name. Stop playing with
Seriously.
him. But also, we don't care about award. We shouldn't care about award shows in general. But the fact that our own quote unquote award show won't support and praise a black man who is clearly showing numbers
Yeah,
that have
exactly.
proof that the stats does not lie, and yet the person that was featured in one of his large songs has more noms than him himself. Like,
Hmm.
that's crazy to me.
And plot twist, Jack's probably gonna win.
Oh, he's most
He's
definitely going to
probably gonna
do.
win.
We
And
love
it
to
didn't fare
praise
against
the
him.
others. We love to praise
Mediocre
the
others
others.
at that too.
We love to praise the others.
And it like I don't know, because a lot of people was like, well, you shouldn't care. It's just BET Awards. And I was like, for the ones that do care, I get why they care, because it's like
Oh
you're
yeah.
trying to bring you're trying to make our awards pop for us. It's like, okay, look, we go to Grammys, we go to all these other
Yep.
award shows. We need to make Soul Train pop. We need to make the
Mhm.
BET Awards pop. We need to make the hip hop. We need to make these awards
Mhm.
pop because these are truly our award shows and what we were getting before we could go to these other award shows. So
Mhm.
I get why artists are now upset that they get snubbed for BET Awards. This one, they just completely missed the mark. Like I don't know who is Like you said, not checking numbers, singles. It just blows. It blows my
Mm-hmm.
mind. Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
We need
If
to
I was an
gatekeep more.
yeah, if I was an artist, like, and it's hard to really say this, but if I was a musician, if I was a music artist, I would put it in my head already. Just have this talk every year of not being bogged down by always feeling like, in order for me to be fulfilled and successful, that I need other people or industry people. That's really what it is. It's
Yeah,
industry people that aren't listening to my music to validate me.
that's what it is. Exactly. I wholeheartedly agree with you. I mean, though, like as a kid, I'd always watch like BET and all those. I was like, yeah, I
Oh
want one of those. Like, so yeah, I would be like, yeah, I want. Now I don't think it means as much because it's not black owned. It's just like, all right,
yeah.
it's white people
Mhm.
giving me this award. But I still feel like even for the optics of it, it's like, come on, man,
Mhm.
we can't be having um mediocre white folks winning these awards. I think that's what I think we're so easily entertained
Yeah.
because like, oh look, it's the white boy, he rapping, he can sing our music, that we just let them in. Like, remember the backlash when Lil Nas X was winning those country music awards and everything, and
Oh
white
yeah.
people was really upset. You're taking over our music. They were racist. So that's
Mhm.
they were racist, or they were wrong in that. We do need to gatekeep more
Agreed.
of our music. Um, when it comes to mediocre people, they were mad because obviously he was black and he was making really good country music. So that's why they were mad. That's a whole other topic
Mhm.
there. We need to get out of just letting, oh, you can put a couple runs and melodies together and you cool. Like that, it's so annoying that we have done that, because now it's just like you let anybody here. Logic can win a BET award. Bruno Mars can win a BET award, and you make good music, but it's like, bro, this is not for you, and that is just so irritating to me. It's really irritating.
Hold your head up with all your millions. You good to go, Lil Nas X.
But like I said, you're right. I got millions, so I shouldn't be worried. But it's still just like I couldn't get one. I can get 5 Grammy noms, but I can't get one Black Entertainment Television Award.
Ah.
It stings. It's one of those like, what are we doing here? I don't know. I would just go out here and I would make hell every record I do now in like when they go through like the booklet and like, who is this album dedicated to? BET. This is dedicated to fucking BET. I want you to know every album dedicated to y'all. Y'all didn't give me a fucking BET award in 2022. This is for you. That's what I would do. That's me.
Okay.
And then when I give my acceptance speech and they're like, what made you rise to such prominence? What fueled you? BET. They ain't give me no awards, so that's why I got all these hits. And then and then you know what? The one time, because you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna give Lil Nas X one of those icon
Yeah, of
awards.
course.
I'm gonna be like, fuck y'all. I'm not coming. Like, take that award and shove it up your ass. That would be me. Yeah, that's just me. I don't know where I was going with that, but Boogie, it is time to keep this thing on rolling. My favorite segment is, y'all niggas is tripping, because niggas sometimes be out here tripping.
They do.
Y'all niggas tripping. So who you got for y'all niggas is tripping?
I have such a peculiar story here. More than 4 years ago, after winning a $10 million lottery,
Whew.
this North Carolina man, and I want to make sure I get his name right, Michael Todd Hill, was convicted of a first-degree murder for fatally shooting Kiana Graham, R.I.P., whom he had been dating for more than a year in the summer of 2020. So this is very recent. Okay, uh, he just had the verdict, and he has been sentenced. Uh, Let me also add, surveillance footage from the hotel showed Hill as the only individual in the hotel room with Graham. And then they also have noting that the former nuclear plant worker. So this man used to work
Had a good
on the
job.
plant for years on in years, and decided to win to scratch. Put in his numbers,
Put in
and
his
he
last $10.
put in his last little dollars, and this man wins $10 million. And for something very small and minuscule, decided to get irritated for seeing his girlfriend of 1 year texting or talking to supposedly you don't know, talking to somebody else, and he thought it was a good idea to end her life. So now this man, his life is over. He is spending life in prison without the possibility of parole, and then 22 to 36 months in prison for possession of a firearm by a felon to run concurrent with his life sentence. Wow.
You big dummy.
Wow, wow, wow. You could
Concurrent.
concurrent, buddy. Concurrent.
He ain't never getting out.
Concurrent.
Like, not that he was getting out to begin with, but when they said that concurrent, it was like, yeah, brother. I just, you could have bought a brand new girlfriend.
Yeah.
You could have bought several new girlfriends.
Yeah. I also want to note, I'm gonna put this in too, this little tidbit. I said he put in his numbers. It was not numbers. It was actually a scratch off ticket at a local gas station. And he opted to take his payments, by the way, in a large lump sum of $6 million, which ultimately was cut into 4.1 million, after taxes.
So it makes me wonder.
Yeah.
So he gonna have money on his books for the rest of his life, right?
For the rest.
He got like $4 million.
For the rest of his
life.
It's
just you can't really
do
enjoy
anything
it,
with that.
He gonna be the noodle king. He gonna be extorting niggas for noodles. Yeah, I got all the noodles. You want noodles? You come through me. It's just
it's not.
I don't understand that.
It's not worth it.
I got $4.5 million in the bank. I will dry my tears in a brand new Maserati. Oh, she broke my heart. It's okay. Look at what I'm riding in. Look at who's beside me. Look at this glorious crib I'm pulling up to. There's not, bro. God be blessing people, and they be messing it up. Just be messing it up.
Because she was texting other men. What did the text say?
I don't care what the text says. I got $4.5 million.
Walk away. Walk away, my guy.
Niggas be doing everything but walking away. Like, bro, all you had to do was, you know what? And you know what? I'm a peaceful brother. You know what, shorty? Here's 100,000. We've been dating for a year. I'm peaceful. 100,000. You can go about, you and your homie go, and everybody is still living and enjoying life. This was just stupid.
I would have just walked away. I would have just left, and I wouldn't have said nothing to her. But this big dummy right here decided to end someone else's life
and his own
because of something that he read.
Damn, bro. It's just stupid. You know what's crazy about those situations too is it's always nuclear plant workers that win the fucking lottery. Mm-hmm. It's like nuclear plant workers. It's like, oh, I worked in a tuna cannery. Mm-hmm. It's never just like you or me. I buy scratch offs every so often. Last 5, last
I haven't
10.
done it in a while.
I'm gonna waste on a burger anyway, so I might as well just go and get me a little scratch off. I never win. Come on, guy. I ain't gonna kill nobody. Give me a nice little 10 million scratch off.
Well, he's gonna be living the life in the penitentiary, so enjoy.
Man, he gonna have his cell gonna be decked out like a dorm room. He be like,
he's good.
He gonna have his little Foot Locker. He's like, got all my noodles neatly organized over here. This is my shrimps. Damn, people just be fucking up a good thing, man.
Let's continue with the fuckery. Who do you have for your
Elon Musk? Come on down with your raggedy ass. Elon Musk says remote work is no longer acceptable. Says he assumes employees who do not show up for work have resigned. This has just got to be just the biggest amount of fuckery ever. He stated his employees must report to their assigned offices at least 40 hours per week, which is a regular work week. According to a leaked memo, remote work is no longer acceptable. If you don't show up, we will assume you have resigned. He sent this out as an email to all his employees, which is crazy because I've been seeing it. A lot of other businesses have been doing this. I saw someone tweet it out that we got a new manager, and he said we got to be back to work 5 days from Monday, and people are like, "Well, I'm quitting." This is stupid. We have clearly shown, the pandemic has shown us that we don't actually need to go into an office to work. A lot of these jobs can be done in the comforts of your home. And honestly, people are more productive when they are working at home. Like, let's be real. When we was in the offices, what was we doing?
Nothing.
We was socializing, hiding in the bathroom, and maybe, just maybe, doing an hour or two of work.
Yep.
But I find that, like, when I was working at the crib and being at home, I'm doing more because you're always like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, there's been studies that shown productivity has gone up. You know what it is? These people have rented out these buildings and they're not getting their money back. So it's just like, we need you in here because we're losing money on this space. That's what it is. But what's crazy is a lot of people are quitting.
Yep.
You talked about it before, the Great Resignation. There have been people who have just been like, you know what? You're twisting my arm. You won't let me work in my comfy little socks here underneath my desk at the crib. So I'm just quitting.
And
You
it's
end up
still,
hurting yourself more.
and it's still happening. So you know, if again, there are people that want to be in offices that need that interaction, that need that separation in order for them to be productive.
Let them go to work.
Yeah, let them do it. Me personally, I'm actually more productive when I am more accountable when I'm working from home, and that's just me. Because I know damn well, if I want to get this work done, and I don't want nobody to say nothing about me, I'm my own manager. Okay, I can already tell myself like, all right, we've done enough of breaks here and there. Let's actually do some work.
And you know what's crazy is, as long as the job is getting done, why the fuck do you care? Like, why do you care what people? I saw a tweet where it's like, just because you work remote don't mean you could take your computer to get box braids. And it's like, why do you care? Is the work being done? Yes or no?
Not my business. Yeah,
like,
not my business.
As long as you're not doing some shit that you clearly know that you're not supposed to be doing, I could give a fuck what you're doing. Your 40 hours is in and you've completed the task, you getting more tasks done. Who cares? I'm tired of rich people like Elon Musk thinking that they can tell us poors what is best for us. We are clearly telling you we are overworked and underpaid. So why would you think this is a good idea?
He could care less. Because he's trying to still get Twitter right now. So
they're coming up with more and more ways to piss people out. I seen the mayor of New York was telling people as well that working from home is unacceptable. New Yorkers need to report back to work. And it's like, bro, you got bigger issues on your hands. Like, stay out of people's business. Unless you are trying to up people's pay, which y'all aren't.
Nope.
Then come up with some better options, because making people go back into the office is not going to do anything but make niggas quit. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'm over rich people telling regular people what to do and what they think is best. Like, just live in your rich life and keep stay out of ours. And stay out of ours.
Touch. Like, we are stressed down here. Us poors are stressed, Elon. Stressed. And you want us to come back in. He was like 40 hours. I'm like, nigga, that's a whole work week. So you're not even giving even a grace period. Not even 32, 40. I was like, so everything? I hate rich people. I get it. I understand when they say to eat the rich. I understand. And it never gonna happen, but I understand.
Oh no, it's never.
Let's get to this final ad and then we'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them Chummy's edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that, because let's be real, a lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummy's, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I gotta tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's Chummy's_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21Chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast. And because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21Chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
This is one of those fuck around and find out type of stories here. An Ohio woman was gored and tossed several feet into the air after she reportedly got too close to a bison at Wyoming's Yellowstone National Park.
Gored?
Gored. Yeah, I'm gonna read that again to you. An Ohio woman was gored and tossed several feet into the air after she got too close to a bison. It says consequently, the bison gored the woman and tossed her 10 feet into the air. The woman sustained puncture wounds and other injuries. Park emergency medical providers responded to the incident immediately and transported her by ambulance to an Eastern Idaho Regional Medical Center. Yeah.
Before they transported and saw it, it was like, damn,
Shit.
10 feet, 10 feet up in the air.
Yeah, she got booted.
Also, how did they know it was 10 feet? Because somebody was like, "That's about what you think that's it." That's about
Somebody was counting.
It was like, it's about 10 feet. They saw her fly, but like, what you thought that was?
You know what it was? It was just like, damn. You know what? First things first. Let's just go ahead and she was white. This is definitely a white woman. Like Ohio.
Somebody get gored? Yeah, there's only one. There's only one.
There were a couple of telltale signs here. Ohio, and you got too close to a bison. It says that the animal was walking near a boardwalk at the Black Sand Basin, and the woman approached it. And moments later, yeah, you know the rest. It's a buffalo. Or bison. I don't know what they go by, but those things are big.
Yeah. In general, when I see any animal, it could be a deer, a possum, it could be a raccoon. I'm not getting close to thy animal.
I'm trying to figure out I want to know what the weight of an actual buffalo is. So let's see here.
Big as hell.
The average, so a mature bull, I'm assuming that's the male, about 2,000 pounds. And then the average female is about 1,100 pounds.
Okay,
and
Slim.
They run about 35 miles per hour.
Yeah.
The selfie wasn't worth it. This lady died over a selfie. Let's call it what it is. You know
Wait,
what it was.
She died?
Yeah, she died. She got gored. I never heard nobody come back from a gored accident.
Okay, my bad, dog.
Hey, nigga, I got gored. I never heard nobody. No, she died.
Oh, damn. You died from the goring?
That's a gory death.
Oh, man. Damn.
Oh, but it's just like
that's not funny.
It's not, but it is. It's on brand though. This is on brand for white folks because it's like white people love nature. They love nature so much where it's like I just got to get close to this 2,000-pound animal that can get off at 35 miles an hour. The animal can travel at the same speed of a car. That's crazy. I don't want to fuck with no animals like that.
Man, she passed. Damn. She got.
And I'm sure they got barriers too. I'm sure they got barriers.
Oh yeah.
Like signs that are like, don't go past this point. These animals will fuck you up. I'm sure there were several signs. Also, like in the middle of you being, I want to know what was the thought that goes through your mind. Is it like, oh, I might make it, or is it just like I went out?
Yeah, I mean, well, at that point, she was gone. So,
I don't know. You think it was instantaneously? I wonder if she was like snapping her selfie while she was 10 feet in the air, like, oh shit, my last
stop playing.
one.
Stop. Yo,
My last selfie because I decided to be a dumbass. I don't understand people's need to get close to wild animals. They're wild for a reason. I don't even like stray dogs. I don't know this
I don't
dog.
either. I don't like dogs, cats, raccoons, none of that.
I'd be like, whose dog is that? Whose cat is that? Like, squirrel, get out my yard. I don't know you. Like, it is just, I've never been that fascinated to want, even like those drive up animal parks. Those freak me out. I don't want you sticking your head into my car. Like, no.
I don't like animals like that. So that's just me. I like animals from afar. When I see videos, I'm like, oh, look at that. Look at that wild animal on my phone, on my TV. Look at that. Wow. I'm not looking like, hey, I need to see it in person. I don't care.
I want to see how many actual bison accidents there are every year. Like I wanna know how many okay, so this was a 2000 study. So this was from years ago. Let's see here. It said on average, bison have, let's see here, 81 times a bison has charged and killed someone over the last 22 years.
Wow.
A bison has charged at someone 81 times. Nah, I'm sorry. They've reported that there have been several injuries of people being injured by bison and other wildlife at Yellowstone Park.
Wow.
That's crazy to me. And I'm sure they tell you when you go into the parks, okay, geysers can blow your ass up. These mountain lions will tear your ass up. These bisons will gore you, and there are bears that will just rip you to shreds.
Yeah.
Exercise with caution.
Yeah.
And these people don't. That's a bad way to die too, man. You on a vacation and your family, you just like, let me get this selfie. Also, why did anyone stop her? That's what I want. I know somebody was with her. I know somebody has been like, hey, Catherine, I don't think this is a good idea. You got this zoom on your camera. You know, you can take a selfie and zoom, you be, the appropriate feet away. Also, this is going to open up a can of worms, but it's like white people are afraid of black people, but they will run up on wild animals. That has always blown my mind. Like niggas will be walking by and they will clutch purses. I've seen people lock their door with me inside my own car. I was like, now how the hell am I going to get out my car and then come over and mess with you while you in your car? You scared of black folks, but you just run up on animals? I don't get it.
R.I.P. I guess we all learned not to run up on bison. Even like I feel like
we all knew that,
shouldn't. Though. Yeah, I feel like we shouldn't have to say that, but damn.
I feel like some people knew that already. Mostly black people and other people of color, because we don't really fuck with animals like that. I feel like it's just the white people. It's just like, you know what? It's this something inside of them. It's this something in them. It's like that Neanderthal gene. It's like, you know what? Buffalo, my cave dwelling relatives used to hunt you. Let me go snap a picture. And he's like, you know what? For my ancestors, for my buffalo ancestors that got killed by yours. Boom, one for the team. I hope they don't kill the buffalo though, because usually in these caves they always kill the animal. So I hope they don't. I hope they just let Buffalo, Mr. Buffalo, or Mrs. Buffalo live out your life in the pasture.
He was just doing what he or she was just doing. What they normally do.
What they trained to do. Hey, how much you want to bet he went back to the pack and he was like, got one?
He went back to the pack and was like, hey, yo, let me tell you what happened.
He's like, hey, Larry, what you got some blood on your horns there? He's like, yeah, I had to clean this white lady. She was too close to the territory. Like, I feel bad.
Let's do better, people, as a whole.
Leave the wild animals alone. That's all I got to say.
That's
just
it.
leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
And even like when the barrier says like stay 20 feet away, I need to be another 10 feet away from that sign.
Yeah,
30 feet.
I don't play that.
30 feet. 30 feet. And she was 25 too. That's young. Damn. Well, on that note, show's over.
Yeah. we made it. We made it another show. We completed another episode.
71 is in the can. We appreciate y'all for checking in. Like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. No Sleep Crew, we appreciate y'all. I've been reading the comments. Thank y'all. What is it? SoundCloud. I really appreciate the SoundCloud
been
listeners.
SoundCloud
You have been holding us down. Also, YouTube on the last video, we had the views went up on the last YouTube. So thank y'all. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
We got numbers. We see them numbers. Please remember to hit that bell notification so you can get all of the content that we have spewing out. We got a slew of stuff coming for y'all. So yeah, just keep supporting us and tell a friend to tell a friend this is your favorite podcast and they should be listening.
It's also your favorite podcast, you know. So just want to say that too. Checking it out.
All right. I've done all I had to say.
You know, I was going to follow it up with some bullshit, you know. But on that note, Boogie, I think it's time. You know, P Valley's coming on. So
P Valley is coming on. I can't wait to watch
see the girls in the Valley getting naked. So on that note, I'm your boy, Nate Galloway.
I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
This has been a dope ass episode of Late Night with Nate, Adrian,